Kathy, you had said that early on in your career, as they went to see the family business, that there was mistakes that you made. And I find over and over again that people listen and hear the mistakes more clearly sometimes than the great advice to avoid the mistake. So we're going to be talking about the great advice to avoid the mistakes. What were some of those mistakes, if you don't mind me asking, early on in the career that you felt that, looking back in hindsight, you might have done differently?
Well, thank you for listening that way, because I agree with you. I think mistakes are the cutting edge of learning. I think, you hear so many grand stories about families doing so well, but I think for me personally, reviewing my mistakes with other trusted colleagues is an enormous way of learning. In fact, I'm doing a presentation tomorrow at FFI on mistakes. It's an ongoing thing I like to present on.
Love it. FFI, for those that don't know, is the Family Firm Institute.
Right. I think the first mistake is I had no roadmap. I had no theoretical basis for deciding what's important. And when you don't have a theory, it can be Bowen theory, it can be whatever theory makes sense to you. What becomes important is just really a crapshoot. With Bowen theory, I'm able to look at the functioning, my own functioning, and the functioning of the individuals really in some kind of constructive way. So that I had no roadmap. So really what I was working off of was, I felt enormously pressured to be successful. This colleague from Harvard, I thought, well, if I do a good job for him, I'm in professionally. So I was professionally pressured to not think this through as carefully as I could. I was very influenced by wanting to do his good job. And in fact, I lost myself in it and was not as a critical thinker. That was one thing. The second thing is there's always a person, a situation that's seen as villainous, the bad person, the troubled person. And in fact, it's a system reflecting on one individual, but it's a system that is under pressure, that throws out an individual with an identifiable problem. I completely lost my system's focus and was tuned to a person. And I know that when you find one person who's the problem, you've lost your neutrality, you've lost your curiosity, you've lost your ability to help the family see all the variables that are involved in this family. So it was very clearly, I was swayed by my relationship with the person who made this referral. I had no roadmap. So I was kind of trading on my personality. Not such a good help for family. As charming as you can be, you're not helping them think and build capacity to solve a problem. And I focused on a person who I saw as misguided, wrong-headed, but in fact, the system was under enormous pressure, which I could go into detail, but it is enormously valuable to see a system, to see the dynamics over time, and to watch the evolution of a family adjust to changes, births and deaths, going to college, illness, all of which change the ability to think through problems. So that's a shorthand version, but it was enormous. And when I get going a mistakes club, I'm going to invite you.
I'm in, because I am the king of mistakes. I have made more mistakes than any other person that I ever point to. At least that's how I feel sometimes. And I'm okay with that because I always learn. And so I've learned great amounts of data, but you didn't learn from, you very rarely learn from the successes. You always, you bang your knee, you touch the oven, it's hot. Thomasina.